Alright, it is time. The time has come for us to assemble Osiris by bringing all of his pieces together in Chapter 20 where they belong. The heroes rendezvous near Abydos and attempt to reunite Osiris' body so that the god may return from death and defeat Gargarensis.
So, you failed me again, Kemsit.
There was nothing I could do, General. Kamos is dead.
And you're about to join him! Can you at least deliver me the army you promised? The passage to the underworld will soon be open, and you know what manner of creatures lurk within.
They are traveling along the coast now. They will be here soon.
I'm going to ride out and motivate them to travel faster.
What should I do?
Keep the men digging if they reach the underworld. Pray to Poseidon that you can hold off whatever comes out until I return.
The scouts have sighted Amandra and Chiron. They have the pieces of Osiris with them.
What of Arkantos?
No word, sir.
It is getting late. We must start and hope that Arkantos arrives in time. Send the signal.
That's the signal.
That's what we were waiting for. We must bring the pieces of Osiris together near the pyramid. Only then can he be reborn.
Alright, so we have a two-base situation once again, as we had previously. Except this time we can actually connect the two bases, which is a lot better situation than earlier, where we were completely separated. Now we're going to be attacked soon, and from which base first, we do not know. It seems like it's random. But the point is, once they're done with the first attack, you can kind of anticipate the second attack. I mean, where it's going to come from, because it's going to come from the opposite base. So that's why, for the time being, we're going to build up an army on both these bases and simply just wait for the first attack, and then we can hopefully chop some wood fast enough so that we can connect the two bases and reinforce each base. Now, unfortunately, the lock mouse to cursor thing is bugged again. Now, the way you can resolve that is actually going into the menu and simply disabling it, applying it, and then re-enabling it, and this will hopefully solve it. And it did solve it. Okay, excellent. There's just a minor inconvenience that's in the game. Nothing to be worried about. Okay, so we are limited on gold, unsurprisingly, but we can actually chop down some trees to gain access to secret areas around the map. And we can also chop down some trees in the middle so that we can connect the two bases. So I'm gonna bring a few laborers over here. You guys will actually start working on some food. Okay, some more units. And chopping down these trees is actually vital, so that you can reinforce both your bases, depending on how you want to look at it. We're gonna do our usual pick one laborer to build all the houses situation. Strategy. Okay. And that's it. We could probably use a temple here for the time being. What I like to do is make the right base gather food, and make the left base gather wood and also gold. I'm just gonna move out a little bit further, because this place is kind of has a nice little vision, but here we don't really have that much. I mean, we can put down one of these, the obelisks. Okay, as you can see, we also have a town center over here, a settlement that we can later turn into a town center should we need more population, and we will need more population, that's for sure. More villagers. Okay, this is nice. Maybe we can even grab those goats quickly before they attack. Now, when you're doing this wood cutting, make sure you are actually cutting the trees that are between the bases, because you want to get done with this as quickly as possible. There's also a relic over here, which you can gather. which is increase villagers' movement speed by 10%, which is pretty good, not gonna lie. I'm gonna move some of these villagers over here to continue on the lumbering situation. Now, there's an optional objective to bring all the pieces here before they're done with the digging. As you can see, they're at 11%. Now, once they're done with the digging, it's actually not that big of a deal. A lot of myth units will pop up that you need to fight off, but at this point, you probably have enough army to hold them off and even destroy them. So it's not that big of a deal, actually, to not do that. But we're going to attempt to do it. Because I like doing the optional objectives, and we'll see if we can actually do that. Okay, now behind these trees are actually an area over here, which has an additional gold mine. You just built stuff around yourself. Okay. It's kind of unlucky. How are we doing here? Pretty good. Now, it's not a problem if you cannot bring down these trees before the first attack, because the first attack can be easily fended off. But the second attack and fourth is more of a problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put down 2 of these monuments and also set up a dock over here. Okay, you guys are starting to run out of food. That's not a big problem. You can get on to gold production because this gold mine is empty. So we're essentially reversing the roles at this point. The left side base is going to start working on food, and the right side base is going to start working on gold. By the way, this is human soldiers return gold cost. This is very nice, but this, the priest gold cost reduced by 30%. That's actually very nice. We're gonna grab that next. Okay, you guys are done with this, so you can get to some hunting. We're gonna build some fishing ships as well. Okay, also a few goats over here. They're gaining food. Okay, first attack is landing on the right-hand side base. That was a big poison. But no big worries. Okay, so at this point we know that the next attack is going to come towards the left-hand side base. That's all the information we needed. We can afford the next monument, which is very nice. We have a ton of wood, but that's to be expected. We can actually move through this, yeah. So at this point we can move through this. I'm gonna take most of these villagers to come down here so that they will start cutting down these trees, which will lead us to an additional gold mine and also an additional relic. Okay, let me just hotkey these temples. Okay, you guys start fishing. There's also an upgrade we can get. At this point I like rallying all of our forces to the middle, because we know that, well, we're gonna know where they're gonna come from next. So we can just rally everyone to the center and take them out. A few more food sources over here. Then we're going to transition into farms, because we're going to have a ton of gold. As for static defenses, I'm not really a fan of putting up static defenses in this mission. But the reason we're going to build strongholds is so we can get some war elephants. That's really the main reason. And I'm going to start putting down some strongholds here, because this is going to be the first, well, the next base to be attacked, to be more specific. I think we mark it. We do not. Okay, then we are about to. Okay, so that was it. Okay, here's the next attack. Right on time. Popping the ancestor ability. Let's return the favor.
Into you. Into
Okay, so back to the right hand side base. And we're about to run out of gold, so that means we need to focus on this area to be chopped down. There's gonna be a small window where you're not gonna have enough gold, but that's why it's nice to have a market. Especially because you are going to have a ton of wood. Okay, perfect. Okay, you guys can actually come through. That's very nice because that means we can get to the gold mine. I'm also going to bring most of the other units as well. So start setting up some war elephants. Because there's also some giraffes over here, so it's also good for food source. It's also a good food source. Scorpion men. Building hit points, that's actually very nice. Bonus damage against myth units, you definitely want to grab that. And here's a gold mine. And put down a granary so these guys can start hunting. And grab this relic, which is town center increase population cap by 4, and citadel centers will increase it by another 4. So this is a very important upgrade actually. Okay, you guys are out of food. We can get started with those goats. Okay. And now we just need for all this to kick in. All the gold and all the hunting.
N-U-E-R. In the U refer.
War elephants are also very good for tanking. So definitely build a lot of them. Just sell some of this wood, most of this wood. Okay, Phoenix coming in, which is a good indicator where they're going to attack. So just keep an eye on the Phoenix and you'll know which base they're going to attack next. Oh, that was a pharaoh, okay. Okay, we can actually start breaking down this area with elephants. Okay. Of course, we'll also focus on aging up. Okay, we cannot wait at this point. Some of you guys can actually go down there, do some hunting. I want to get to H4 because then we have access to siege equipment. More specifically the catapult. Okay, I think we'll go with the meteor shower again and Phoenix. You're just way too good. And of course, we're gonna focus on the left-hand side base because that's next. Let's do as much as we can. Okay. Next up, I also want to grab another town center, which is only 550 gold, so that's very nice. As you can see, we also have a gold mine over here and a gold mine over there. So at this point, even if this runs out, we should be in a good situation.
Into you.
Because we can always grab the next one. Okay, as you can see, the Phoenix again.
Into you.
Dayo.
Gerrit. U-E-R.
U-I-R. Dayo. Dayo.
Into you.
Okay, and they're coming.
You refer?
No worries.
Dayo.
Just tank all of them. The war elephants. You can also see our upgrades. We need to age up for all these upgrades to kick in.
Tayo. No.
In U-E-R.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna move over to farming at this point. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
In you refer? Tayo. Kid.
Okay.
U-I-R.
Gerrit. And into you.
Okay, now we're gonna have a phoenix. We're gonna have a war turtle over there, but we're not gonna be needing that. How much gold? Not much. So let's just pop prosperity. Okay, let's do a little bit of upgrades.
U-E-R.
I'll actually start pushing in this direction because that's where the next attack is gonna come from. With your gather rate.
Into you. And into you.
Okay, now we can start setting up some siege equipment as well.
In you refer? Kid.
Man, that's in the way.
Into kid.
Gerrit. Into you. And wait. Gerrit. E-U-E-N way. Ia at you. Ia
Okay, let's build the tower first, and then this gate.
At you. Into you.
In which?
There's also a little fishing village nearby. We're gonna liberate them.
Kid. 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 Kid.
Okay, 7 farms going down.
In which?
So most of these guys can come here.
Gerrit. Ia at you.
Okay, some catapults, which are very good for sieging.
Gerrit. At you. And into you.
Phoenix coming in again. I'm not gonna keep saying that all the time.
And wait.
Into
you. Gerrit.
We can actually move our rally point further out
Tayo. Ro iya tawit.
because we have the space.
Into you. U-E-N. In U-E-L.
Okay, gold mine is empty, but that is okay because we have technically unlocked 2 more.
Into you. At you. And wait.
Okay, now we're gonna take out this temple. Then our catapult can take out the rest. Excuse me. Let's grab this upgrade for sure.
Into you. Ia at you.
Let's break the small wall over there as well. Okay, 58% we might not make it to the optional objectives. It's gonna be close even if we do. Increase the crush damage of close range siege weapons and myth units. Okay, so that's the little fishing village I was talking about. Oops.
Into you. U-E-R.
We can actually take that out with a few priests and a few normal units. Okay. 2 more farms for these guys.
In which?
Now if you want to secure yourself, you can also put down a lighthouse over here in the middle.
Baya.
Okay, now these guys can get started taking those out. And we can see if we can liberate the village with just these units. I think we can. Okay, so a few more priests. And a ton more elephants. But we cannot because we are pop capped actually. Okay, no worries.
repair. Tayo. Enito. Tayo repair. Tayo repair. Tayo.
No, you should have picked up that relic, bro.
Baya.
Into you.
Okay, now that one tower left. We'll let the catapults worry about those.
U-E-L.
Tayo repair.
Ini Baya.
Tayo. Tayo repair.
Okay,
Enwich.
let's grab this settlement.
Inito. Kids. Hro iya tawit.
Enito.
Okay, here's their next attack.
Enito. Greek. UIR. Tayo. Tayo repair. Tayo. UIR. Enito.
Okay, you can just snipe that.
Tayo repair. Greek.
Okay, best war elephants.
Tayo.
Okay, and at this point we can start moving out. We're gonna open this section because this is gonna be close to Arcantos once he arrives. Let's grab this upgrade as well. We have a ton of food, by the way.
Arcantos has arrived with the last Osiris Piece.
Right on time.
We must make it to the pyramid.
Yes. So you can just freely push with these units because he has enough to take out everything. There's actually a ton of other units over there as well. That's okay. We'll also start moving in with the Osiris Pieces. I'm not sure why that is open.
Thank you for freeing us. We will gather food for you.
Okay, so this is just a small fishing village. We'll start gathering food. Okay, myth units all the way at this point. And let's just start pushing in. So continue to push with Arcantos.
Enito. Tayo repair.
Garrick. Into you.
Okay, just keep moving. We're of course pop capped. And just bring the Osiris Pieces. There's another relic up top here, by the way. Right there. You can just set up a temple over here, grab a priest, grab that relic if you really want to. Now that relic is actually kind of useful. Okay, meteor shower. Okay. Of course, make sure to reinforce your army. Bring the war elephants down here for tanking. And we can just break through here.
A hero has fallen.
Fine.
Into you. And with
By the way, this relic up here is actually the one that will speed up the Osiris Piece card movement, I believe. Yes. Yeah, that is indeed very good.
A hero has fallen. A hero has fallen.
An Osiris piece has been stolen.
Not for long.
Rig.
Okay, you guys are out.
In
By the way, you don't have to rush this as much. I'm just rushing it so to see if we can get the optional objective. You can just take your time and destroy everything in the process.
Into you. Great.
We have the Osiris Piece, and all you need to do is move it into this location in the center. Well, they're at 82%, so I'm guessing we will get that optional objective. But like I said, just take your time, have fun, destroy everything, and it's also perfectly fine.
Rig.
Into
A
you.
hero has fallen.
And like I said, it's not a problem if you actually cannot get this optional objective, because it's only going to be a few Chimera and Minotaur balls, I believe. They will start sending towards you, and that's not really that big of a deal to take out. Okay, but that's it. The last piece coming in. Now let's check out the ending cutscene, which is also going to be the ending cutscene for the entire Egyptian portion of the For the Trident campaign.
All the pieces are here. Why does nothing happen?
It takes time.
We'll make it take less time. I'm glad you've all gathered here. You're just in time. And I'm glad you've brought the pieces of Osiris with you. Do you see now? Nothing happens. Your god is dead. What? No!
And with my 2 feet, taken possession!
Gargarensis still breathes! Come on!
We are too late.
There is another gate, to the north. That's where they're headed.
Aye, my home.
Find us a ship, Amon-Ra.